you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do, what you gonna do? Yeah, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do?
Hello, and welcome to XCOMs. Today I'll be starting up a new playthrough on Impossible difficulty here, and I will also be going for both Ironman and Hardcore. And I'm choosing for no healing in between encounters. Of course, I'll be using Terminal, so I really shouldn't need that healing. But anyway, let's continue and then pick the starting 4 members of Chimera Squad. I plan on investigating Sacred Coil first. I'll be going for Patchwork because of her abilities that do better against robotic enemies. So Chaining Jolt or Program. Those are all going to be quite useful against Sacred Coil. Next up is Terminal. Her Safeguard ability is quite strong, being able to restore 4 HP. But then Sacred Coil also has Purifiers. So this way, if I get hit by their flamethrower attack, I'll be able to remove Burning. And then also grant 20 defense. Not particularly useful against Purifiers, but against other targets. That 20 defense can be the difference between someone getting crit and bleeding out, and being able to survive. I haven't played with Claymore too much, so I want to experiment a little bit more with him. Just helpful to have someone with a shotgun, just because that is the highest damaging weapon. So being able to get that up close to an enemy and giving him tranq rounds will allow me to knock unconscious more enemies to make sure I get the bonus intel from missions. And then Zephyr. She's much more useful in the early game than mid-late game. And her parry ability will allow me to allow her to be out in the open and then negate an attack. So that way I can prevent some damage.
Chimera Squad, heads up. Director's on the line from XCOM HQ.
Chimera Squad, I know you're still settling in, but this cannot wait. A short time ago, insurgents crashed the opening of City 31's Memorial Museum. They took Mayor Nightingale hostage. 3-1 PD attempted a rescue, but the insurgents triggered a plasma bomb. Everyone inside was lost. Yes, 3-1 PD should have requested our help, but dwelling on that is counterproductive. We need to focus on what we do next. A crude plasma bomb killed the mayor. The insurgents had no access to materials for that.
Does that mean they had outside help?
Most likely. There are 3 groups in City 31 with access to this kind of ordnance.
So my planned order right now is to investigate Sacred Coil first, followed by the Progeny and Grey Phoenix last.
Sacred Coil is what happens when former Advent officers find religion, or create one. They claim to be the true path for City 31's hybrids, as long as that path involves armed sedition.
Director, these are local criminals. Isn't that 3-1 PD's jurisdiction?
True. The Reclamation Agency supports local police, but we're also required to recover dangerous material.
From those who would do the world harm, and each of those groups is neck deep in the stuff. So what next?
Focus on a single group. Investigate, dismantle their operations, and take them down.
Meanwhile, we look for any links to the mayor's death. Either way, a dangerous organization is off the streets.
Exactly. The city wants justice for Mayor Nightingale. This is how we help them achieve it.
So to start things off, we're going to head to the assembly.
Check it out. Headquarters sent us an assembly. And with the right patterns, we can build anything. Or we could with the latest version. What you're looking at is the extremely finicky 2038 model. It'll take time to stress test our patterns, but once we have them, we're good to go.
There's only one option, Android personnel. We'll just click begin, and come back here in 2 turns once it's finished.
Our temporary field office has all the basics. Weapons, comms, and ammunition. Supply is where we request everything else. As long as it's in the squad's budget, it's ours.
Since Sacred Coil uses robotic enemies, it's a little bit more difficult to get the required 5 captured enemies at the end of missions to receive the 20 bonus intel. Robotic enemies can't be knocked unconscious, so I'm just going to be grabbing 2 sets of trank rounds. And those are going to Claymore and Terminal.
Welcome to City 31. During Advent's occupation, the city was a fortress supporting an active starport. 5 years after XCOM won the war, it's home to aliens, hybrids, and humans alike. There's new industry, self-government, and local agriculture to support the varied populations. Against all odds, this city thrived after the war. There were no retributive attacks.
Until tonight.
We don't know that. Not yet. But we can find out.
We have a critical mission. The first one here to investigate Sacred Coil. But before we do that, we start off with enough intel to recruit our first field team. Every week on Friday, you receive payment from the field teams that you have. So if we get one right now, we will get that payment on the next turn. I'm gonna put mine in the switchyard to start. I'll be going for the security team for the 10 intel.
We are not the police. If you see a theft, call it into 3-1 PD and move on. But there is one notable exception. Hostile forces carrying dangerous contraband may attempt to flee the scene. Don't let them escape.
Alright, turn grounds, breaching charge. All set up, so let's go ahead and do this first mission.
Earlier this week, a security camera spotted Sacred Coil flunkies sniffing around this warehouse. Today, the silent alarm went off. The place is full of Advent-era contraband on the way to a tech vault.
I used to steal Advent tech. Today, I protect it. Life is curious.
I'll let one go through here, the other 3 will get the stun. course, she can't stun. Not a shot.
Entering.
We're going in.
Watching my zone.
So that did count as a stun. Ah, this android's gonna get out of there.
Throwing shrapnel.
I needed to have switched the order. That way he could have gotten an Overwatch shot on this android. The Patchwork worked first. She would have been able to kill it. Should be able to get it on the next turn.
Zapping the target. Can't be my gloves. Subdued hostile. Need a little help?
Thanks for the assist.
Want to make sure everyone's at full HP before this next one.
Stay down.
Sacred Coil stole specialized mech parts. The kind you can't easily replicate.
I used to build arsenals from broken Advent mechs. So what are they building?
Weapon disabled, Overwatch. Alright, plus 3 damage. It's gonna be you. You. Oh wait, it's only the last one. Alright, I think this should be fine.
Ready to go. Open sesame.
take out the android. Android, android, android. Alright, that one's gonna be harder to hit now. That one's 6th. Zephyr can't get to it. No one really can. It will likely prime self-destruct, but then be able to still shoot. Which means I'm not going to be able to get to number 2 here. Maybe I should have reprogrammed first. But it's probably better to save that for the final encounter.
Heading over there.
Don't be a target.
Gonna need a crit to kill this. And nope. Alright, full health heading into here, and I've got all 5 captured.
Sacred Coil is on the run. Don't lose them in the warehouse.
Stun, crit, mobility. Let's switch that. Let's go first.
We're going in.
It's go time.
Eesh. No good shots here. Stun. No kills on this, so that leaves too many alive.
I see the target.
Alright, let's try to get this one. She's the only one on this side.
Melting hardware.
Did some damage.
Ah, come on. Need to get that patchwork. Alright, so I have to kill number 3 here. If I hit 6, it's gonna bounce. Alright. And I should team up. I'm not sure who I should use team up on. So many enemies right now. Claymore goes, and nothing really good that is the shrapnel bomb on. I'll just have to kill number 5 here. Zephyr will take out 8. 3 will be dead. Might just let 2 run. Terminal, I guess, team up her so she can take out number 6. That'll leave 9 and 11.
Let the high-tech spray do its work.
Just a scratch.
85%, not good enough. I'm subdue. Hopefully, this android does indeed run. Nope, it's gonna shoot her. Alright, now you get to take out the commando. Leaves this one. Everyone's full health here. Of course, number 3 will probably go after Terminal. I'm gonna attack number 3. Not good.
Advancing.
I'm roasting here.
Get that fire out.
Brings it down to 3. Everyone goes before them.
He'll be fine.
Darn it.
Shouldn't have bothered.
Target subdued.
Hostile subdued.
If Sacred Coil went after mechs, they need soldiers. But for what army? They were underground until Mayor Nightingale's election drove them to the surface. Their hatred for her gave them motive. Find out if Sacred Coil had the means to carry out an assassination.
Alright, payday. Got the intel. And now I can add
The
another
director
squad member.
convinced the city council we're too understaffed to be effective. This means we can bring more agents to City 31. It's not the whole squad, not yet, but it's something.
I'll grab Torque, which will be helpful for the second investigation against the progeny.
Torque,
Whisper.
are we good?
I don't know. Did you get a lobotomy?
Can't say that I did.
Then no, we aren't good.
Well, at least things are back to normal.
I'll put her to work in
I'm
Spec
authorizing
Ops.
Chimera Squad for special operations. Some ops provide useful resources for the squad. Keep an eye out for these opportunities.
She'll start off in Intel.
There's a wasting disease affecting some hybrid populations worldwide. It's known locally as the Fade. Sacred Coil claims they have a cure. Find out if there's any truth to these broadcasts.
We can't do anything here yet. Have to wait 5 days for the mission. I don't want to do this one, because I want to wait the full 5 days to make sure that everyone gets promoted.
Chimera Squad, I'm Commissioner Maloof of 31 PD. To be blunt, I don't give a chrysalis ass about the politics. I'm glad you're in the city. 31 PD was stretched thin before the mayor's death. There are gaps to fill, and that's where you come in. When your agents can handle a situation better than my officers, I'll send the details your way. If the city council has a problem with that, I'll take the heat. They can't afford to fire me. I look forward to working with you.
One meta patch. I already have the terminal. And once everyone gets promoted, I'll have refresh, which is almost the same thing. So I'll go here for the intel. And afterwards, I'll be able to use vigilance on one of these spots.
Sometimes we need to infiltrate hostile territory. This usually means we're after important contraband. Grab the contraband and get out. Do not stick around.
Spotted the contraband. Recover as able.
Ready to go.
Alright, one aggressive enemy. It'll do +1 damage if it hits. Which now it won't. Turret, Hitman. Ah, only one. Also only one.
I see the target. Evac as soon as you have it.
Alright, already reinforcements. Let's see. Got the hitman up here. Kind of far to get there in one turn. That's not working so far. Will go off before his turn. I guess I'll throw it and see if I can hit him as well.
Throwing shrapnel.
Good angle. I see it.
Heading out. Target weapon in play.
Alright, my only option is this purifier then. It's done. And that's why it's not great. It's the breach and then to position right next to an exploding barrel.
He'll be fine.
That works.
Alright, who can you shoot? That might kill the purifier. His turn, he could toss shrapnel. That would kill the bruiser. The hitman with 1 HP. So, Patchwork. Hit that one. Reinforcements. Too far, I was hoping to maybe try and reprogram that one.
Can anyone cover me? Jolting the target.
Go on. Fight from the rear.
Alright, she'll remain here. I would like to get at least 2 more captures. Not sure if that's going to work, though. Claymore. Doesn't appear to have a shot. 4%.
Advancing.
Alright, fine. Waste your turn. Fine with me. I'll just get her. Could attack once and then move here. Then should be able to make it on the next turn.
Quickly now.
Alright, she was hit.
Gremlin on the way.
That's perfect.
Almost. Reinforcements. For 4, so I might move Claymore back, try to shoot it. Team up Terminal, try to shoot it. So I do need to be up here. Take out this android.
Blowing some fuses.
Did some damage. I am low on ammunition. Finding a better spot.
You'll make it. On the run.
Can't get it. Alright, so she's gonna get hit.
To that position. We shall end you.
So I'm probably not getting the intel from this one. Caught a break there.
Reports confirm significant unrest in City 31. Without the city's trust, Reclamation cannot investigate effectively.
Anything we can do about that?
Results can earn back the public trust. We're here to keep the city safe, so there's no better way than doing just that.
Gonna start off with modular weapons, as I tend to find better weapon mods than armor mods in early game.
I'm sure you already know your way around the armory. Each of you has a locker here. But it's also where we announce field promotions, which I'm doing now.
Me? I don't know what to say.
Congratulations. I realize now there should have been a cake.
Our first ability is combat scanners. So unlike other breach devices, like ceasefire bombs and those, she doesn't need to be in the second slot in order to use it. So someone can toss one of those, and then she can also do this at the same breach point. He has concussive charge. So, similar to the breaching charge, it has to be used at a wall breach point. It's nice that it applies rupture. It just doesn't seem to have all that large of an area of effect. So the most I've ever gotten is 2 enemies ruptured when using one of these. And now Zephyr gets parry. So instead of moving with momentum, she can stand where she last was and use parry to block the damage from the next attack that's directed at her. And Terminal gets refresh. So similar to Patchwork, you can just use it at a breach point, but you don't have to be in the second slot to use it. I'll be going for the intel, and then I'll need to put a field team in one of these 2 spots so I can use vigilance to its max effect. If you have a field team, and then depending on the rank of the field team, using vigilance lowers the unrest more. I'll put it here in downtown, so that way it'll take it down by 2 unrest. If it was just here, it would only go down by 1.
An emergency session of the City Council voted 5-4 against a citywide curfew. Councilor Parada spoke for the majority.
There is no need for such extreme measures. Mayor Nightingale's death is a tragedy, but to shut down the city due to fear would reject the very principles by which she lived.
3-1 PD remains on high alert throughout City 31. Commissioner Maloof released the following statement.
Every 3-1 PD officer grieves for Mayor Nightingale. Rest assured, we will bring those responsible to justice.
We'll keep you informed of any developments. This is Celio Dash for Channel 37.
Extra padding is just +1 HP, and it's something that you can buy once you have done the assembly project for modular armor. Whereas the advanced autoloader is 2 free reloads. You can only buy the autoloader and not the advanced version, so this is definitely better to grab right now.
If we're lucky, we can reach an endangered VIP before hostile forces arrive. Our goal is to extract the VIP before hostiles can overwhelm the position. Get to the evac and get out.
Hostiles swarming your position. Get our friendly VIP to the evac.
So if I'm gonna have weapon disabled, +3 damage, that's definitely gonna be Zephyr.
Entering.
That one's gonna be difficult to get to. Alright, got that one. Well, she could go all the way up here. +3 damage, so I can do... I could possibly kill this bruiser. Not enough.
Here's the VIP. That's the target.
I have 1 round before reinforcements show up. Number 3, number 4. Really wish Zephyr killed that one. He's in trouble. $69, $62. So I need to heal Patchwork to make sure she doesn't die. Patchwork goes. Heals. He's not going to have a shot on the bruiser. Actually, I do have that shot. Alright, heal first.
Need a little help? That's perfect.
That's the commando, so I need to stay on this side of the vehicle. This one's going to try and attack him. Stay over here. Prime self-destruct.
Overloading target. Go on. Fought from the rear.
Alright, finally got that to succeed. So now I can use this android. Probably try and blow up this one here.
Zapping the target. Ha! Zap.
Target weapon in sight.
And that's perfectly fine. Attack the android, not my squad. Overwatch. I'll be point blank, I will get hit. Terminal already needs to heal herself.
Hostile subdued.
Reinforcements. Alright, Claymore. You're slow, so you're just gonna head to the evac point. Reinforcements here. Here. You come from 4 different spots. That makes things more difficult. I still have the hack for 2 more turns, I think. So I won't blow up just yet. Let's move the block the purifier.
Jolting the target.
Did some damage.
Fracturing. Clear a path.
Moving to location.
Closing in.
Okay, this one's number 4. Then I can use this android to hopefully... Actually, nope. Patchwork goes after. I'll have to wait to kill that one. Let's get this one into the open to hopefully draw the fire from this android.
Throwing shrapnel.
You'll be able to get out on the next turn. She's hurt. She's hurt. Alright, who are you gonna shoot? Android, android. Good.
Melting hardware.
Left a mark.
I could kill this one, or I can leave. I think I just need to get her out.
Transferring.
Stay behind cover.
3 people before her. Number 8. Alright, so she's over here. I got 4, 5, and 6. None of them should have a shot. Only got 3 again. No shot on A. Not the best mission so far to be able to get the intel.
Prepping to flank.
Using up all my luck right now.
Spontaneous vigils broke out in honor of Mayor Nightingale, whose recent death still roils City 31. Thousands of citizens wish to pay their respects to our city's first freely elected mayor, said one attendee.
She got it, you know? It wasn't about making things better for me and mine. Hybrid, alien, human, she did her best for all of us.
The city council voted unanimously to hold elections within the month. Councilor Parada released the following statement.
Mayor Nightingale once said, governance does not need popular approval, but it requires the people's consent.
This is Celio Dash with Channel 37.
Not enough Illyrium, that's fortunate. Not gonna buy these, so there's no reason to get weapon optics. I'll just have to go for modular androids. Do credits this time, so that way once I get 5 more Illyrium, I can do modular armor. I'll be able to get at least 1 Mach Weave for the plus 50 dodge. $185 intel, so I got more than enough to pick whatever I need from the scavenger market. So I'll go ahead and contact that. But I will stop here for now. And then when I return in the next episode, we'll contact the scavenger market and then see what types of goodies we get from it.